Good evening, guys. What's going on? It's an interesting one after all, guys. Big up to everyone joining us. I'm going to have an exciting panel jumping in here today that's going to give their views. It's going to be a lot to hear about. Everyone, I hope you're excited to hear this. We're going to go live with the manager's press conference. Uncut starts in 4 minutes, guys. Be prepared. Let's hear what Eric Ten Hag has to say in entirety, and then I'm going to bring on the guest, a lot of good guys coming in on here with some great views. I hope you all will be around and in to hear what they have to say as we react to the manager's press conference, the full uncut version, as we take on Nottingham Forest away. Guys, get your thoughts in the comments. Don't forget to like and subscribe. It's your boy MarkN MUFCFAN with the manager's presser uncut reaction. Take two. And big up to everyone joining me here tonight. I see Yali Balmin is already coming in talking about the interesting results that happened in the game earlier. And you already know Manchester City smashed Luton 6-2. It's going to be interesting on Sunday. Haaland got 5 goals today against Luton. Will we be without Maguire, Varane, Bruno? I do not think we can kick them hard enough between the legs to win. It's one of those things, one of those issues. Guys, lots to talk about. Lots to talk about. Pretty sure lots of you heard the press conference earlier on today, the first part, and had the manager had some critical points to talk about. He also was talking about Anthony, which I will get into right now, just ahead of the press conference. Just going to give a recap on what he said about him. He said he believes in Anthony. He's an unstoppable player when he's in great form, but he's not in that form right now. So now he has to bide his time on the sidelines and wait for his turn. Guys, I think that's music to my ears. He hasn't been performing well. It will be good to see other players like Amad Diallo get his chance, as well as, Omari Forson. I think he had a decent game. He could do better, and, it's his first start for the club and as a senior, so he should be doing better. And I think the team will probably enhance themselves. There's a lot to work on. The defense is not sound. The midfield is still open. There are lots of problems in and about the team. But I've got some guys here that are going to talk about all of those things. I hope you all are staying tuned because the manager's press conference is about to be underway, guys. Omo, what's good, my bro? I see you coming in. You know, what are you up to? What are you up to, man?
Yeah, I'm good. Listen, like I said, I don't like watching other team. When they score too many goals, I just stop watching them.
100%. It was dirty to watch that game earlier.
I
You know
didn't
what
even
I'm
watch
saying?
it. I turned it on. Kovacic scored. I turned it off.
Yeah, man, I can't help but agree with you, bro. Like, I hate to see the rivals do well, especially when we're not doing good ourselves. But like, I mean, it's up and down. We could say another manager might have done a better job, but we could also say that there was a lot of circumstances in and around this season that has taken it beyond the manager's control for the most part. So
True.
I don't know. I mean, I'm looking at it from a positive light, and with the manager's press conference about to start, the full uncut version, let's see what they're gonna say. Let's see what he has to say. It's gonna be interesting to see the final bit, hear what he actually talks about with the team news, because he was only asked a few questions earlier in the embargoed section.
Okay. So we at least we
Yeah,
get to hear more news apart from what's been reported.
yeah, they're just doing this throw on Kobe Mainu, and his rise, playing free with freedom basically. So it's just a highlight to what took him to where he wanted to be and how he got to Manchester United.
Okay.
And the press conference is about to start.
Is it gonna be on MUTV?
Yeah, I'm gonna play it when he actually starts talking. I don't know if you guys could hear it in the background already, but I'll bring it up to the screen really in a short while. It is doing the usual intro, you know?
Hi. Could you just first of all update us on Casemiro because he went off with it was a cut and a bang to the head. Is he allowed to play? Is he available to play tomorrow?
Yes. So it was worse bleeding, so we had to come off. Was definitely was not in our advantage that he couldn't continue the game, but he's available for tomorrow.
There was no concussion or anything like that?
No.
That's good news.
Just in terms of tomorrow's game, how important is it to keep going in this competition? Clearly it's silverware that you could win, but also for general confidence around the club. I know you said you're aligned with Sir Jim Ratcliffe and Ineos, but results like Saturday's undermine confidence that the club's going in the right direction.
Simon's going to have to do it, bro.
When you are unbeaten for January and February and you win and you lose one game, and we know our aim is to win every game. As United, you have to win every game, and obviously it was poor performance, poor defeat. We are aware of this, and we want to stay in every competition. So on your first question, yeah, we have to win tomorrow, but that doesn't change our approach, because that is for every game.
When you talk about the future to people like Sir Dave Brailsford, what exactly do you talk about?
About the future?
Yeah.
So I know the future, and but also I have to look in today's, and we have to work on the team development and the progress, and of course to win every game, and that's also what we are doing. So a lot of effort is in what is today, but we also already look forward to longer term.
Speaking about working with the team, Eric, I don't know if you saw any of the Monday Night Football coverage last night, but Jamie Carragher was dissecting your team's out of possession performance, and he was looking specifically at the Fulham game, and he said that from what he could work out, you were trying to press high and also do a low block at the same time. I mean, when you hear things like that, is that a fair criticism of what you see unfold on the pitch?
So first of all, so some analysts are very objective in their comments, very good advices. And some are very subjective. So Jamie Carragher is one of the, from the first moment on, he's criticized, and now he wants to make his point. And probably in the first half an hour, he had a point where Fulham in the midfield setup, a little bit surprises, and then we had to find the solutions. And after half an hour, we found the solutions. And where we are, I was not pleased with the performance in defending, especially there over the left side, how we did the pressing, because they came out, especially in the first half an hour, several times over the left side. Can't happen. And that has to do everything with willingness and spirit and passion. And so that was in the previous weeks was very good from this team, and therefore we won football games. So but I know football are not robots. Sometimes they have bad days. So but it can't be. It's unacceptable, and we have to do better tomorrow. But in the weeks before, we have done very well.
So in terms of the goal Fulham scored, that was a moment on the pitch, the players having a bad time, rather than the strategy in terms of defending.
The goal Fulham?
Yeah, Fulham's winner, when they broke them up.
It can't happen when they have a throw-in in the corner. How we managed this as a team, that was no good.
Mickey.
Eric, you're not trying to throw younger players in, as we saw at the weekend with Omari, and Amad Diallo came on late on in the game as well. I just wanted to ask you about Anthony and the situation. He's kind of dropped down the pecking order a little bit. Is that something between yourself and the player? Is he not been performing the way you want him to perform? And what's the situation going to be with him with the summer coming up also?
First of all, so I brought Kobe Mino, and everyone is questioning. And now we are 6 weeks ahead, and the same who questioning are now telling he has to go in the England squad. Same people. Garnacho, it's the truth. I brought Garnacho. So what is the manager doing? What is the staff doing? But similar. But they need time, and I think so. Omari came on, and it's not easy to come in a game because we didn't play our best game. So the team, then it's also for him not easy. But he plays a reasonable game, and I think he show abilities. He can be a player for the future, and so they need some time. But they also have to know in top football you don't get time. You have to perform, and when you come in, you have to show it. But as a manager, I know they need the time. So that is the paradox, and I will give them the time because I believe in these players. And then the second question, Anthony, I backed him for a long time, and I know his abilities, and he has great abilities. He is, when he plays, how I know from the past, he is unstoppable. He is no defender, I think, can stop him because he's one of the quickest players in the first 10 yards. So when he plays that game, then he will perform. And I'm very confident he will do for the future. I'm sure he is resilient. He is a character, and he will fight back. So I back him in that place, and he has now to wait for his chance. And once he's there, he has to pick him.
Eric, just with the cup game tomorrow and then with the derby at the end of the week, does this feel like quite a defining week in terms of how the season will be viewed at the end?
So many. There will be coming up more defining moments. And for me, it's always the first game is the most important.
Okay, that concludes the first section. The second section is embargoed until 10:30 p.m. tonight. Samuel.
Just to confirm, is Victor Lindelof okay? Because he seemed injured at the end of the game the other day.
He's okay. He's available.
And just on Anthony, obviously at the start of the season he came out of the squad due to his personal situation. Do you still think that's affecting his form, and it's the mental aspect of it that's been a big barrier for him this season?
Not anymore, but definitely it has had, and so now he left this behind, and but for a moment in the season it had absolutely an impact on him, and you could see in his performance, in his attitude, but now he's back, but of course it affected him. And the process is still going. Now he has to turn the point and to bring his big potential again in. And therefore you have to fight, and there you have to give every day the maximum. And I see in the training he's doing. So he will turn the corner.
Eric, when Sir Jim Ratcliffe did his interviews, I think last week, he was asked about you, and he said it would be inappropriate to discuss your future. But with that in mind, do you feel personally that you're on trial, if you like, for the rest of the season? And that, in a sense, you have to prove yourself to him and to the new owners, effectively?
No, but I want to win every game. And so I know also I'm here in a process, so I know what I'm doing. But as I just said, I have had many talks. Consistently, we have talks. Are we talking about the future? Are we talking about a future together? So I'm focused on those 2 points, to progressing the team in this moment, and go every time to next game, and think about the future and do that in togetherness.
Strong answer. Eric, you're just talking about Anthony there, saying he's unstoppable when he's on the top of his game. Obviously, he was very good for you at Ajax, showed glimpses last season. Why is it this season that he's not been able to perform to that top level? Is it just about the outside cases, or is it something else that's been contributing to it?
It started with that outside case, and then he didn't play like he should be. So pre-season, I think he played very well. He scored 2 goals in pre-season. But after the first games, when that issue was in Brazil. He came back. He wasn't anymore the person like he was before, and that did something with his belief. And one of the big skill from Anthony is that he's very brave. So he has to find that back, and it's up to him. We will support him. Absolutely, all staff. Me as a manager, I support him, and I have 100% belief in him. I know what he is capable of, and I have seen his moments. I have seen that for Ajax he scored in 88 games. He scored 24 goals and 22 assists, and that he was performing in Champions League. He was unstoppable. In the first games also we have seen here, first 3 Premier League games, he scored 3 goals. So he's capable of it.
New owners coming in always generates talk about lots of changes, what changes might happen at the club. But would you find it beneficial if Sir Jim came out and said, beyond any doubt, you are going to be the manager at the start of next season, because that way the fans would know, the players would know, and the noise would then just disappear?
So I'm here. I'm under contract. So for 3 seasons. So I don't care. I am in this process. I'm only focusing on the process. So I don't care what's going around me. And I have many talks with Jim Ratcliffe, but especially also with Sir Dave Brailsford and others in that group around. So I know where we are talking about. So I have a strong belief, and I feel that they believe me.
There you go. Chris.
Yes, hi Eric. I was going to ask you not dissimilar. Once again, we're talking about a big week, we're talking about a big game, we're talking about last chance of a trophy this season. It's been a stop-start season. There's been questions about your future. Does that kind of talk grind you down, or is it part of the job to handle that pressure and to be strong?
I'm not thinking about it. It's not about me. It's about the process, and I have to manage the process. So I'm not focusing about my personal circumstances. So I'm just focusing on the team, and I have to find solutions for these teams so that they perform in the best way they can. And it's all about this. Focus on that, and don't get distracted by any noise or whatever. And I think that is for you, for the fans, to talk about maybe if you talk about one defeat, if you then the manager position is in discussion, I think it's quite opportune after 2 months without a defeat. So I can't pick something from this. I can't take it serious. I have to stay focusing again on the team and on the team performance.
You're only human though. It's only human that you would, that it's not nice to work in these kind of conditions now.
I know it doesn't change. So it would be a problem when the leadership in this club has this approach, or internal and the others would have this approach. But then still I focus on the process, but that's not the case. And we are together there.
Last question, Neil.
Ollie Solskjaer used to say that Manchester United, more than any other club, everything's based on one game. So you lose one game, everything's rubbish and everything's wrong, and you win a few games and everything's going in the right direction. Have you found that quite startling? Would you agree with that?
It's winning is normal, yeah. So there's a difference. It's normal, and we have to win. And players have to understand this. The manager has to understand that. Defeat, I understand the criticism when we don't win. That the criticism is coming, and so as I said, some are it's true, but there are also many opinions is untrue. But don't go into much. It's about the truth we have in here, and so it's our truth. That's important, and how we work together.
Eric, is Anthony really one of the quickest players over the first 10 yards?
10 yards
because
is very quick.
Very politely, to my eyes, in the sort of 1.5 seasons I've observed, and one of the things he doesn't seem to have for a winger is pace. So, I don't think it's very rare I've seen him beat a player. Is it so? You really would stand behind that view that he's very quick?
Yeah, I noticed that maybe. Yeah, but he's not showing it.
But how can you not show pace? Because that's just like a natural release, isn't it? You know, I understand the confidence thing. I get that. But last season, the case wasn't about. So what happened? He didn't seem to be very quick at all. He seems actually slow for one pace for a winger.
I thought the goal against Arsenal, the goal against Everton. So there were two things where he's very quick. So I said, on the first 10 yards, I don't think there's almost a player quicker than Anthony.
Okay. Thank you.
Look at that. Thank you.
Make sure you tune into Matchday Live.
Mark, I think you're muted. Or is it me? There's Mark.
Big up to Olmo. Sorry guys. Big up to Abs End to End coming in. You know, usually on the Reckless Delegates channel, he's gonna come in and give his views tonight. Big up to 433 Presser coming in. Keyshawn, what are you doing, bro? Are you well?
Hey, what's up, Mark?
Big up, guys. You know, and let's get it more even in here. There's been a lot of question, guys. You know what I mean? I like some of the answers from Eric Ten Hag, but I'll save my reactions for a bit at the end, and I'll let you guys react and tell me what you think about it. You know, I see Tenno is coming in saying Zidane in. However, I kind of believe for some reason Ten Hag feels like his job is secure for some reason. And let's hear what you have to say. Olmo, what are your thoughts, man, about the presser you just watched?
First, this is the first time I've heard the man presser, because I don't like listening to it because it makes me hate him. So I hate him a little bit less. I still hate him, but I hate him a little bit less today. They were asking, they were trying to bait him with the question. At least he didn't fall for some of the bait. But some of the questions, some of the answers there, I could see like he was getting annoyed, especially the Anthony question and stuff like that. I know like he was getting annoyed. Like he just probably would just say like, "Yo, I'm leaving," but just give a nice, polite, political answer as always. This is what I expected from him in a presser. Like his answers will very be political. You won't get anything straight from him. And at least he was up to say that Casemiro is this. He was. Did he answer the Lindelof? I don't remember, but I know he answered the Casemiro question, which was important to see what's going to decide for our next game.
Okay. Abs, what are you thinking, bro?
I think this guy likes walking into trouble himself. Can you guys hear me okay, yeah?
Yeah, we can hear you fine, bro.
Because he didn't need to make up that damn lie about Anthony being the fastest over 10 yards or whatever. That's a blatant lie. Anyone else watched football, even watched him in Dutch football, he's never outpaced anyone in 10 yards. What's the point? What's the point of even mentioning that? No, seriously, what is the point of mentioning that? 10 yards.
Yeah, I mean,
don't even say anything like that.
True.
And obviously, one of the reporters goes, "Are you sure?" My eyes opened when he said it.
Me too, bro.
I said, "What?"
I
He didn't need to walk into that.
Let him be great.
The thing is, the other questions, I think defending Anthony anyway, or defending any of these players is going to be a tough cookie anyway, because they're not really showing it on the pitch for us. And he has to do the right thing, I suppose, is trying to keep the team as a unit by saying, okay, yes, they're good and they're just feeling a little bit off, which is fine. I have to say there's something that questioned me a little, that bothered me a little bit. It's to do with his tactics, right? I think he watches a different game to me, because I didn't notice that after 30 minutes we started playing well against Fulham. I didn't really notice that.
I mean, it is actually true. If you look at the heat map on the game and the way and the swing, it have this. I don't have the thing to pull up right. I'll pull it up just now, but basically it shows that we actually did get better. You mute.
Maybe it was me, but I just felt like we didn't get that much better. And my biggest concern is it feels like he doesn't think his tactics need to change. And that's concerning for me.
Why should he think his tactics needs to change when he's the one with the job? Because
have you not, even the 5 games that we won, did you not see the performances? Did you not
Yeah.
see the way that team was shaped? It wasn't
Yeah.
good. We
Yeah.
haven't dominated a game or played well in a game for a long time. We've just scraped wins.
But my question to you now is, you want the manager to do what, to give you what he doesn't have? Is that what you're trying to say?
No, but I'm surprised he doesn't have that.
But why are you
It's
surprised? It's the same.
no,
It's the
I'm
same
surprised.
manager that we all wanted from Ajax. So why,
Yeah.
why,
So
why? What's this? I'd like to know what's this element of surprise in this whole Ten Hag system that all of a
because you
sudden we're just
expect
waking up and seeing something different.
you expect a top class manager. I'm not saying he is, but you expect a manager that's good or has the reputation of being good to be able to change things that are not working for him and to be able to see it as well. That's my opinion.
Keyshawn.
Can he not change it? Can he not edit it a little bit to not leave us so open?
I mean,
on a
I feel
counter-attack?
like there could be some editing and some tweaks to
Yeah.
the formation on
I'm
the
not
system.
saying throw everything away. I think I have an understanding of how he exactly wants to play in terms of get the ball up to the danger zone as quick as possible, and then you have an overload there in multiple sections. Fine, I get it, but we're struggling with that. For me personally, that's why I'm like, you got to change that, and especially we can't recover fast enough as well. That's how I see it. So, but yeah, that's what I got from this anyway.
All right. Keyshawn, what are you thinking, bro? How did you see the presser and how Ten Hag remarks?
Yeah, Mark. You know, when the pressure is on, the pressure is on, right? And you know, for me, dating back to the Fulham game before the game in his press conference, I think the last two press conferences have kind of shown up Erik ten Hag in terms of his lies, and I think he's a manager who he's always boxing himself in with these journalists. You know, in terms of giving answers in the Fulham game, talking about we have goal scorers, and you know, they ask him, you know, who are the goal scorers, you know, and he told them about Rashford and some of these guys. And if you look, they haven't really scored much this season. Also, Anthony being the fastest over 10 yards. And, you know, they ask him, you know, why is he not showing it? And he's going to say, he's probably not just applying it, but it just doesn't make sense. It doesn't add up. But to Abs said something, right, about Erik ten Hag changing up his tactics, etc. Listen, over the past 5 games that we won, despite us winning those games, the team was questionable in some of those wins. You know what I'm saying? So at times I feel like we could tweak the system a little bit. I know that there are certain limitations to the team in terms of us having injuries and some of the players aren't being good enough. But as a manager, you are the one who has to galvanize the team to push them forward to either get top 4 or win a trophy. And I do believe Erik ten Hag at times can be stubborn and he doesn't really change things throughout the season.
Fair enough. Drex, what are you thinking about the press conference and what you heard?
First of all, the press conference, they set this press conference in such a way that they just want to undermine the manager whatsoever, right? So that in this press conference, you're coming into a press conference where even whatever you say, positive or negative or neutral, you're gonna get they're trying to coin something out of you that will make the headlines for the next day, right? So I feel like on the one hand, it's more or less like a biased press conference, but on the other hand, you've got to answer the question the way he's answered it, right? He's answered it to, it might not be everybody's cup of tea, but he's done what he knows or what he thinks is best to how to answer the question. Yeah, the Anthony one, like Ab said, he shouldn't have just gone into that door. Should have just kept that door shut and don't allow the journalists use it, right? But it is what it is, right? So for me, it's I think he wanted to back Anthony in such a way as to put some sort of positivity out there, right? But I felt like what he should have just said, instead of saying he's the first test in the first 10 years, I don't know what's not, right? He should have just gone, I'm like, okay, look, I know this guy, I know what this guy can deliver. At the moment, he's not cutting it out. So hence, he's not in the starting lineup, but his performance, once he improves his performance, he would get back. If he works on himself, he will get. See, that answer in itself kind of even quenches some fires in terms of, okay, how people tend to see him and Anthony, right? So, but you opening that door of that with that answer, it just lets the journalists or whoever wants to just walk in freely, just walking on you. But as for the other questions, I feel like if few of the questions were very like they normally do with every Manchester United coach, not just Eric Ten Hag, even back to Ole and the rest, right? There's this one person or two persons that will keep asking those stupid questions, and you be like, why did you waste this question, right? But it's a Manchester United manager press conference. You expect as fans, you should expect these type of questions, right? So for me, it is what it is. I already see this guy as biased, so I don't even bother paying too much attention to anything that comes out of the press conference. Other than the injury updates, there's nothing. I'm not actually looking to anything for the press conference in terms of what the coach is going to say. It's been way back since Louis van Gaal, right? So it's not really Eric Ten Hag for me. It's just the fact that these guys, when they come to act for press conference like this, they just want to butcher, especially when the manager is not in their caucus or it's not in their it's not friends with them. Yeah, they go all out for the manager. So it is what it is for me at the moment.
Big up, big up. For me, I paid attention to a few of the comments. Like he talked about Lindelof is fit. He talked about Casemiro is going to be available for selection, but he also talked about the young players and their involvement in the game. And he also mentioned about Ahmad because I heard Ahmad is going to be starting on tomorrow. So that's going to be positive. I think, seeing some younger players get the opportunity might change things. We are also stricken with a lot of injuries. So it's one of those things like, what can you do? What can you say really? For the comment about Anthony being the fastest over 10 yards, I just feel like it's just a manager backing his player trying to make him sound good. All managers do it, you know what I mean? For Ten Hag to do it, I mean, do it for Anthony. I feel like a lot of people might receive it a bit negatively based on his performance this season and their opinions based on that. I feel like it's a bit unfair. I know he has not performed well, but I still won't like write him off completely. He's a Manchester United player. I don't see the possibility with him leaving in the summer. I think that's too big a hit for even Ineos to take to sell him in the summer. I feel like he's going to be here for a few weeks more, or maybe even a year again. You know what I mean? And maybe given time to see what he can do, but maybe January window next January window, or maybe the next summer might be a logical exit date if he does not improve his form. I feel like I don't know why they asked that question, Yali, but at the same time, I feel like, it was good to hear what his thoughts on the younger players as well. And, I think a lot of people are moaning because he said he brought them Kobe Mainu and Garnacho, but at the end of the day, they were in the academy. And if he didn't fast track them, they would not have been where they are today. So it's kind of true with what he said. So I think, the manager in this situation is under a lot of pressure based on the fact the team has not always been showing up and coming up in clutch games. We have a lot of players who last season were the best players in the team, and this season they're suddenly the worst players in the team. I'm talking about Rashford and the likes of Bruno and stuff, but at the same time, we still have to look at it as a team, and they have not been performing well every single game together. We've seen a better structure in defense when Lisandro Martinez was available, but he's out injured again. We don't even have a proper left back right now. So that's another situation where we're going to have to be winging it with. You know what I mean? But it's good. It's good that we're going to have at least some balance in the midfield. Hopefully, like we see a good performance in the first half, maybe go up a few goals, and we could keep the squad rotating throughout the game tomorrow. I don't know what your thoughts are on the game tomorrow. It's going to happen tomorrow evening against Nottingham Forest at the City Ground. What are your thoughts on that, Omo? Because the press conference is what it is. The manager said what he said, and for some of what he said, I think I kind of agree with him for the most part. In some parts, I think he should have just left it alone. But you know what? He was honest, I feel.
Um, for the Forest game, I won't be surprised if the manager decides to play all youth. I won't be surprised. Like it would be so predictable if he played all youths, because you'll feel like you feel pressure to play because Liverpool playing youths. Um, people in the FA Cup that are playing today, some of them are playing youths. If you get pressure to play youths, I'm just laughing, like because it just seems so predictable. Like it will feel predictable what he does, and I'm curious how he's gonna line up. I'm
No, but
curious.
Omo, if you're saying he's gonna play youth, but we heard earlier today that Harry Maguire is not playing, won't be playing tomorrow. right?
Neither is
Yeah.
Bruno.
Harry Maguire not playing. I think Bruno and
Bruno is a doubt or something like that's
Bruno and
questionable, right?
Varane are both
And
injured.
Varane. So 3 of them, right? So let's say we take 3 of them out of the picture, adds to what we already have on the injury list, right? What team would you play tomorrow? So what team would you play tomorrow? If not blood some youth, yeah.
To tell the truth, I'll play Casemiro, I'll play Amrabat, I'll play Mino, those 3 in that midfield. I'll play the back 4, who's Johnny Evans. I will, to tell the truth, I'll bench Dallo. I'll play Johnny Evans. I'll play. Wait, Maguire's injured as well, right?
Yeah.
Yep.
So Johnny Evans, Willie Kambala, and Lindelof.
Who?
Lindelof.
Okay, Lindelof, Johnny Evans, and Kambuala. Those are the only 3 available at the
So
moment. So
I'll play those 3. I'll play those 3 to hold the back. I'm playing the back 3.
okay.
I'll play back 3. Compact that midfield. Have 2 striker up top. To tell the truth, I will now.
So okay, now that's the thing. Okay, now we talked about 3 midfield, right? You talked about your 3 midfield. You talked about the 3 at the back. That's 6 team already. Let's say the goalkeeper 7. So we still have to put what? Is it 3 more players? 3 or 4? 4 more players on the pitch. So who the 4?
I'll put Anthony on the right. More like that man's gonna play wing back.
No, but I think he said Ahmad is starting. Okay, go ahead.
Yeah, I'll put Anthony wing back on the right hand side. On the left hand side, I don't know. Throw somebody in there. Throw a body there. It doesn't matter at this point.
Isn't it
Ahmad and Ganacho.
Also, so looking at the squad now, right? You're still gonna put some hooky at the bench. You're still gonna have youth on the bench.
It's okay if the youth's on the bench. I feel like this man will start the youths.
Okay, you feel like he's gonna start the youth, right?
Start the youths is what I'm thinking. Like
okay,
gonna feel like 3 youths. Like people, like this rumor of Harry Amas, like that. He might play tomorrow. Like I won't be surprised. And you can see I didn't put any McTominay there. I feel like McTominay's gonna play striker tomorrow. I feel like McTominay should play striker tomorrow. If Harden's not available, put McTominay there.
Let's get what Abs is going to say in terms of starting.
I don't think he has much of an option in terms of who he's starting. So saying that he's gonna play the kids, I think that's pretty much what he's got, isn't it? So, and again, I don't know how long these Bruno and Maguire out for, because I'm not being rude. I'm more concerned about Sunday we're playing, or is it Saturday?
Why is everybody concerned about? Why is everybody concerned about City?
It's a derby. Because it's a derby.
I know, man.
I will never let go of my true enemies.
I understand. I get you, bro.
And I'll never let go of Man City. So, and then a little bit of space for Arsenal as well, because I grew up on them being top 2. Those games are always more important to me. I can't deal with another season of humiliation against one of the top teams.
True. I can't deal with it as well. What? All right, so hear this, guys.
I'm gonna say something controversial.
Yeah. Okay. I think I'm. Okay. Go ahead.
I want to say something controversial.
All right. Well, before you say that, right?
Throw away the FA Cup.
I'm gonna pull up lineup builder. I'm gonna share the screen and we'll put together 11 for tomorrow, right? But go ahead and say what you have to say.
Throw away the FA Cup. Focus on the league.
Oh, I was gonna say it's the same thing I was gonna say, man. It's the same.
It's to pull on the thing. It's not funny enough. When does our team play? They've been undefeated so far in the whatever league they're playing. Just bring all of them on and just let them play.
See, Omo, the lineup you actually started with in the person of Amrabat, Casemiro, and Maino, right? Yes. I might not even start Casemiro. I might just say, okay, you know what? Because he had got a head injury in the last game. Look for someone else to put in the midfield, right? Play the Amas, play Lindelof somewhere, play the back 4 the back 3 like you said, but add Amas to that, the young kid. Put Bayanda in goal, right? Yes. Then get Ahmad on right. Yeah, Eriksen on. You can actually play Amrabat, Kobe, and Eriksen doing the number 10, right? Yes. Then put Ahmad on the right. Like you said, look for somebody to stick on the left. If you want to play Rashford, maybe put Rashford on the left and send McTominay up front. You know, you're on the bench, you have kids, right? Then just whatever happened, more like let them go play, right? And let's see what happens on Saturday, more like on Sunday. Then at least rest some people, give them that. I would even rest Rashford to give him that freshness when it comes for Sunday, right? So
Let me come on, play 10 minutes.
yeah, so for me, I'm like, FA Cup. What if we win the FA Cup? Does that really tell us that this season was good or was great?
That's what cause, because we have to play City next. Let it go.
Let
Let
me
it go. Let
make
it
a
go.
quick interjection, right?
All right, go
Why
ahead, bro.
we feel the need to throw out the FA Cup? This is a first team that did beat us in the Premier League in
Mm.
December, right? And I
Mm.
think throughout this season, with how we've performed, we'll definitely have to be performing in the FA Cup tomorrow. You know, it is something important. It's a cup competition at the end of the day. Anyone can win it. And, you know, Forest will be up for it tomorrow. And I think we should also be up for it tomorrow. So I don't think, I mean, due to circumstances, we have to play some youth players. But I think whoever is available, we should still play the strongest squad in terms of Rashford, Casemiro, and some of these guys.
Yeah, I mean,
No,
I
fair,
mean,
no, you have a fair point, bro. Honestly, you have a fair point, but that's just how I feel, right? Like my question is, if we win the FA Cup, I know it's a cup competition, it's something that we would have to brag about with, right? In terms of this season, we can actually say, oh, our poor season, we actually won a cup, right? At least people can say, so for some of us that still want the manager to be given a structure and one more year, we can say, okay, what should we call it? He won a cup, right? Even in the torrid season, right? So for me, it's more like a workhorse, because if we pick up an injury to even the people we have tomorrow, then Sunday is just going to be like an exhibition game, bro.
all right, guys, what are y'all saying about this formation here? Y'all want to play a back three, a back four? What we gonna do here? Because that's just what we think, right? Not
Bro,
really what we expect there in tenants.
if we play back three, the likes of Oidoi and Elanga would have a feud. I don't know how this back three is gonna work, man. With Lindelof, Kambuala, and who and
Well,
Johnny
it's basically a back
Evans.
three if we put Amrabat in left back anyway. You know what I mean? He would
Mm,
basically be inverted into the midfield into that same formation anyway. So I was just gonna put it into the formation regardless.
mm.
What you guys think? Back regular back four?
For me, I'd go with the back four. I don't know what the other guys think, bro.
You
I'm
sure?
thinking of back four as well.
Back four?
Yeah, I mean, stick to a back four. I don't think we have the players to do a back three and two wing backs anyway, without
Mm,
having to use someone like Delo, which we probably want to rest for Sunday.
mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
Right. So well, I will start, right? So I kind of looking forward to seeing Bayinda get a chance in this rotation because I feel like it would be good for him and good for the team.
He
He
needs to
offered
play.
something decent in the game he played before, so
And let's not forget that Forest actually are in some sort of relegation battle. So what are they going to be? The thing is, I'm not saying we should be thinking for Forest. I'm just trying to look at it from another angle. Like, okay, what do we think they're going to prioritize? Is it the league or is it the cup?
I agree with this comment actually. I was thinking that myself. I thought they've also got quite a few injuries as well
Mm,
themselves. With
mm-hmm.
Chris Wood is out.
Aina is out as well.
Yeah,
Aina,
the left back is out.
yeah,
Segal, Bolly,
yeah. Sangari is out as well. Yeah,
and then I think the other striker is also a doubt.
Anwani is a doubt. I think I heard so.
Yeah, he's a doubt. So relegation battle, they probably won't play their strongest team either. Would it be crazy for me to say you might as well put Tom Hoddeston on the bench?
to be fair, bro, you saying that, and I was saying that myself since the other day,
But no, it's my days.
Tom Huddleston in good form. He scored about 4 or 5 goals. He have like 8 assists for the under 22 this season. You know
But
what I mean?
is he registered?
I mean, he registered with the academy.
I mean, that's a
Should
good
be
point.
fine.
I don't know that, to be honest. I don't know.
All right, guys, let me get a little
Might
serious
as
here.
well use the players if you have them in it.
I know, man. I know.
So what we saying here? I feel like a Willie Kambala could play a right back or a right center back, right? I know we deeply lacking in the defense department right now. So
First of all, who do we have? we have Lindelof, we have Evans, and we have the defenders: Lindelof,
No, I
Evans,
think
Kwambala.
Varane's available. It's Delo, Varane, Evans,
No, I don't
Lindelof.
think. But he said Varane is a doubt. He said Varane and Bruno.
Varane is okay, so this is not. Yeah. Sorry, yeah, he might be a doubt. I didn't write that down. Okay. So you got Evans and Lindelof
Mm.
to play probably centre backs.
No, Mark, I'll put Amrabat in the midfield. Get that if there's a Amas kid or something, put
Yeah, but
Amas.
I can't find Amma. So
Okay.
we put in
Just
Dalo,
put anybody
right?
at left back.
Put anybody
Compact that midfield. I don't like.
Yeah, man.
Varane supposed to be available. So
Bro, just put Kwambala for now because he said Varane is a doubt, right? So put Guidi.
yeah, forget his last name is something funny, bro.
I don't think he's up there. Put any player from.
See, it's right there. See, right there.
And who? So
yeah.
Johnny
Evans,
right?
put Evans right there.
Yeah, it might be Lindelof left back. Call it a day.
Yeah, Lindelof left back. That's it.
Lindelof is fit. It's true, so that's fine. I was gonna do something rocky with the left back
He
here,
came up
so
injured. It might be situational.
You're gonna put Anthony left back, I know.
Yeah, I definitely was gonna put Anthony left back.
But if we're gonna rest, if we say let's rest,
well, Anton?
If we say let's rest,
that's not Drex. Anton, what you saying there?
I discussed this on my podcast as well because that after that Liverpool game, I said the guy can read defensively. He's quite good. He's got that tenacity and all the rest. I've been saying fullback or wingback for Anthony since he can't attack anyway.
Yeah, put him inverted right back. Call it a day. Put him on the right hand side. That's how you play throughout the back, and you just put him somewhere. And just say run up.
Yeah, like with the wing back situation, right?
Listen. Last year I would have Langa right back. Like I just see the. Listen, my vision is far. I might be right, I might be wrong, but you don't know until you try it.
So we're putting Anthony at right back.
Anthony at left back. You know, the winger will cut it back to him. He whips the ball first time. I can see that working and being a weapon.
Yeah, I can see it working.
What are we looking to rest Dalo?
Yes.
So therefore, means we send Kwambala to the right. Lindelof pairs with Johnny Evans at the heart of the defense.
I rather pair. Honestly, I'm telling you now. I rather pair Kwambala with Evans in the middle there.
I just play throughout the back, compact that midfield. Don't let people pass through the middle like that.
No, but do we
team? We consider it in the perspective that they're gonna play a weakened team because they're fighting a relegation.
No, but on another side of that thought is, do we have the players with the discipline to actually keep? Because we sometimes, right?
No, we don't.
I know we talk about the manager's tactics and all of that and how the space, right? But in the game, right, you could tell that we don't have the discipline.
I probably, yeah, bro. I'm not too sure, but you know,
I don't know. Let me see if I could. And I even put the mic way away from me.
It's all good.
I could see this, but I don't. Delo needs a rest.
Yeah, I want Dalo get some rest, bro. I want Dalo rest ahead of Sunday.
Delo is gonna have a lot of work to do on the weekend. Let him rest.
Yeah, I don't want to see him this game. Like, just sit down. You have work to do.
I wonder if this youngster in the thing boy Collier.
I think it's a double.
He wasn't. Yeah, he was on the bench last game.
What's his first name? Toby.
I don't think it's on there.
I don't think it's on there.
Toby, but he's not on here. So Amrabat will have to do for now because can't find him. I would say Kobe Menu or Casemiro.
I would want to rest both of them.
You know,
I want to rest Casemiro as well.
So we going?
Yeah, I'm thinking, say, if we played Amrabat and Kobe, right, it would just make sense we rest Casemiro.
Yeah,
100%.
Yeah, they could go Amrabat, Kobe, and Eriksson.
Yeah.
Because when is the last game Amrabat has played? When last did he play again?
It's been a while, bro.
He was on the bench last game.
But I think he played the game before what's that, Luton Town, yeah?
Let me see. Was it Luton?
He came. Yeah, he came in.
It wasn't Luton. Did we beat Luton?
We 2-1. He came in towards the end of that game.
Okay, then I remember he played one of those games that we beat somebody with Luton. Then came on, I think, like 2 minutes left. Hadara's 26. Well done. Or 25.
I see Rashford starting tomorrow, though.
Rashford starting tomorrow ahead of
Yeah.
Sunday, bro. Doubt it, bro.
He might play the first half.
That striker's McTominay.
You already know the thing, man.
It should be McTominay. Like,
oh, it is. Oh, my
100%. See, bro, I telling man, bro. You see this fella here? This lineup here is winning that game, bro. This lineup here, winning that game comfortable.
What
the game against Nottingham Forest. Big up, man. What's good, bro? How you doing, man? It's all good. It's all good. It's all good.
Yeah, man.
Big up to Manj, everybody. They can now hear you, bro. They weren't hearing you before.
First.
Wait, Anthony has left back?
Yeah, bro. Listen. We are down. We are threadbare right now.
I
We're
was
looking at a rotated starting lineup that could possibly win the game, right?
Wait, Mark, I was going to ask a question after you finish, okay? Just so I don't forget.
I remember I was on the bench last game.
Oh, yeah.
Would not even playing tomorrow, so you know what I mean. So, in my honest opinion, guys, I looking at it from this perspective that, you know what, Johnny Evans will lead our back line. You know, he will direct Anthony, control him, read the game, and give advice to the two players on his left and his right, who have the legs to support him. You know what I mean? He could still play out from the back if need to. I looking at Amrabat coming in like a destroyer. He gonna be controlling that midfield. You know, you have Kobe there, you have Ericsson up top in a 10, where he don't have to run, he don't have to track back too much, and he could just do his thing up front and create. The reason why I put Scott McTominay up front is because, in my opinion, he's one of the most dangerous players we have right now in and around the box. Now, I do expect him to hold up the ball well. All I expect him to do is to get on the end of a cross or a pass in that box and take a shot at goal. And I think 100%, if it just give him those two simple tasks, he still will probably run back and make a tackle. You know what I mean? At some point in time, he will do some work in the midfield that will cause an overload in the midfield. And you're looking more for Ahmad and Forsen to be the real attacking threats going forward. You know what I mean? With this kind of formation, I just feel like Ahmad would probably have all the opportunity in the world to shine up front, you know? So, I don't know what your guys thinking, you know, Abs, what do you think?
I don't even care about the results, but let's see what this team can do, innit?
Yeah, I mean, Manj, you just came into the show. You know, we went through the press conference a bit earlier on, so I don't know if you probably saw it, but we came down to the consensus that, you know, we're probably gonna be playing our weakened Forest team because of this fight with relegation, and we are already a weakened team with injuries, so we went with this starting 11. I don't know if you might have some changes in mind, but we was thinking about this with the terms of rotating some of our key players ahead of the match on Sunday.
I think, Mark, he'll go strong. He'll be naive and he'll go strong. It's Ten Hag, man. He'll go strong. The job's on the line. You exit the FA Cup, you lose to City. Your ass is on the line, man.
I mean,
you know what I'm saying?
100%. I agree with that. You know, we all sitting here hoping that he rotates, to be fair, you know, man. You know, we all hoping he rotates, and that was the idea behind this team.
I hear you, though.
Know he's probably going to go strong, you know what I mean? And I know, like, we have certain injuries. You know, Bruno is injured. He's a doubt for the game, you know, as well as, you know, Varane is also a doubt, as well as Maguire is out. So there's quite a bit of injuries. So I feel Casemiro is the only one who was cleared fit. So besides Lindelof, so maybe you might see a Casemiro in the midfield. You know, you might see a Lindelof starting somewhere around the back line. But to be honest, I really would like to see Willy Kwambala get in that team, and Anthony at left back. Being real.
You know, it's crazy, Mark. I was actually laughing at you 3 years ago. I was like, Anthony at left back, and people are saying now, Anthony at left back. I thought Mark's onto something here, maybe.
Bro, the man, if it's one thing I would say about him, he hasn't really performed that well like we expected to him coming
Yeah.
from Ajax and what he should have been doing going forward. But the one thing he always does is a consistent role in tracking back, helping his right back, defending well. He's made some good clearances and he's made good tackles. So I was saying, if he could translate that doing a job, because right now we lacking sorely, then it will
Yeah.
be only positive. And Jarvis was giving me his lineup, and he was playing quite a similar lineup to this. He had the only difference is that he had Rashford starting off the left, he had Anthony starting off the right, he had Amad Diallo at striker, and he paired Casemiro with Amrabat, so with Scott McTominay instead of Kobe Mainoo.
Yeah.
The funny thing about Ahmad is Ahmad only played striker for that one game versus AC Milan.
True.
He never played striker. He never played striker in the U team. Never played striker in Sutherland. That's the only game he has played striker. He never played striker at Atalanta. You're not about to let him come in and play striker. Like, nah. Just play him on the right wing that he has done this whole time. But he's done at the U team, done it in Sutherland, done it at Atalanta. He has played on the right wing. United U team, he play on the right wing. He probably be training and still play on the right wing.
Let's
So,
ask ourselves
I
one
just wanted
question.
to respond to that comment, right?
Go ahead.
If we're going to play any of the youth players, it's got to be either Ethan Williams, who can play on the wings, or Ethan Whitley, who can be up front.
Yeah.
It's got to be.
And both of them have been training with the senior team for the last 6 months, just so you guys know.
Yes, I have been told that. And obviously they're doing quite well in the under-23s as well. So yeah, those are the players out. I've even actually put a bet with another United fan saying Ethan Williams will probably be in the first team squad sooner rather than later, probably even next season.
Yeah, I was kind of disappointed that Emeran was sold, because he was like, for me, what Ethan Williams will be coming forward for us soon enough, And looking at the current crop of youngsters, we have a quite dynamic core of youngsters coming through the gaps right now with this team that has been practically molded together and brought together by Eric Ten Hag. There's young Harry Amas breaking through right now. One of the real players that I would like to talk about that breaking through in that youth team, however, is the youngster from Liverpool, the Liverpool area, Shea Lacey. He's been one of the top scorers so far for the team. He plays at centre forward, sometimes at 10. He's very good. He has very good ball ability. There's also the Fletcher
Very
twins,
good
and
with his ball at
I'm
his
not a
feet.
huge
Yeah, I
fan
agree.
of Fletcher, but his sons, I would have to say it, in their last 6 months training with the senior team, they have not only bulked up, but their performances and physicality has been like quadrupled in terms of what I've seen them play when they was in the first game of the youth league in Europe this season. So, and Ethan Whitley, like he scores a lot of goals. The last few games he has been fluffing his lines a little bit, but he's very, very potent going forward. So I would like to see a lot more of him, as the games go on, to be fair.
And these are the games that Ten Hag should have been playing them throughout the whole season.
Mm-hmm.
It feels like now he's playing them because he needs some players because there's injuries and stuff. These are should have been playing them all this time, especially in cup games. So it'd be good to see a lot more of them tomorrow. Again, as I'm saying, my mind is fully on Sunday, so put all the kids out.
Yeah. Put all except Kobe though. I feel like Kobe and Garnacho.
Yeah, Kobe also needs to take a rest too. I mean, I'm not expecting him to play 90 minutes, so I hope he doesn't. I hope he doesn't play 90 minutes.
It's ETH.
Yeah, I really worried about Charlie McNeil is a good striker, Jarvis, but I think I'm not too sure if Eric Ten Hag fancies him though, because and he wasn't
I don't think it
really
does, because
having a
if it
good
does, he'll
loan
play
spell
Joe
either.
Hugo.
Huh?
I don't think it does, because if it does, he'll play Joe Hugo at some point.
Yeah.
Yep.
He even played Joe Hugo a few games last season, bro. To be fair.
I think in like 3-4 minutes, couple of games.
Why not? You guys want to try this out? I'll save this lineup for future reference. And maybe if you guys
it's so
want...
funny, right? Because even after I've made it and I think, yeah, this team is good and this is good enough to win, good enough to be competitive, I just know we're going to see the full squad tomorrow, innit?
Mm-hmm.
You just know he's going to play the same team. Well, pretty much just wherever he's available.
The same
he's seen
15.
played. Yeah, he's a very stubborn man. I knew he was stubborn anyway, but the stubbornness is now getting to the point when it's irking me now, man.
Hey guys,
Yo,
remember when you played that strong team against Charlton last year without 4-0 up or something?
bro.
Remember that?
I think that's a game Mino got his debut with McTominay in the middle.
Yeah.
Right, so strongest 11 of available players will definitely be Onana in goal.
Yeah.
If that
No,
is
I'm
the
sure it's
case.
available. We're going to use everybody that played in the last game. It's one game a week, remember? He's going to use everybody that played.
Dallo.
Poor Varane and Maguire.
Maguire is out. Varane is out as well.
I don't trust this
So
man.
it will probably be Kwambala.
I don't trust this manager. It's going to be the same lineup.
I had Bruno dodging the big games again.
Bruno injured, bro. Come on, man. How you do him like that, bro?
Nasty comment there. That is a nasty comment.
That is...
I'm 50%. That's a nasty comment.
No, man. You know,
Hey, I'm Mr. Chaos, man. You don't say that.
No, Lindelof at left back. That's what he's gonna do.
Probably. Yeah, you can do that too. Which one?
But the previous lineup you had, right? I was gonna ask, what's wrong with that squad winning tomorrow's game?
The manager not picking it.
The manager not picking it.
Because except for Anthony, who we haven't tried at left back, right? That who might, in my opinion, might just be the suspect, right?
Yeah.
I feel like that squad has enough firepower to win.
It's gonna be Garnacho on the left.
Yep.
Right at the 9.
That's one thing that I
don't like that, bro.
Last week I was upset with that because this guy has been doing well at the right wing. All of a sudden, he's moved to.
Wait, what made you think Ahmad is playing? I don't think.
You said Ahmad is start. I think they said Ahmad is starts tomorrow.
This is said the last time.
No. He never said.
No. The last time was Forsen. He said Forsen was gonna start the Fulham game.
No, before Forsen, there was a game where
Ahmad was injured.
No, Ahmad wasn't injured. He played
injured.
the natural right. He played Rashid left and holded up top.
Ahmad was injured.
It was a game after the preview.
No. I think Ahmad was supposed to play in that game, but he didn't. I think he late fitness or he picked up something. Ahmad was supposed to play in that game.
Wasn't it Palace?
He was supposed to play. Huh?
Wasn't it Palace he was meant to play?
Yeah, but he had the flu or something in one of the.
Yeah, I think so. He had the flu. He came down with the flu.
Either way, our players are always sick, so it doesn't matter.
I'm sick as well watching this, man. You know what I'm saying?
Listen, you got to move away from Carrington.
But this squad right here, Dallo should be able to hold his own against Elanga.
Of course, Dallo will hold his own against Elanga. Elanga's not over there. Elanga's going on Lindelof's side.
Obviously,
he's all over the place, and you have Gibbs White waiting for the cutback.
Yeah,
bro. The last time Gibbs White played us, he was supposed to get a red card. Bro, I'm not even gonna talk about that right now. I'm still upset.
Let's focus on tomorrow, man. You know what I'm saying? That's in the past.
I mean, it's one of those things, guys. You know, regardless of how we line up, like you see, we have two different formations here. We have this one here, and then we have this rotated 11. And from when I look at it, guys, either 11 should be able to beat Nottingham Forest, in my honest opinion. You know, no matter how I look at the two 11s, they should be able to beat Nottingham Forest. You know, now will they come out and perform well and lift their game to beat Nottingham Forest? That's the next question. You know what I mean? And the only people can answer that is the starting 11 who played tomorrow.
I also one thing I need our players to at least play a little bit of. They should be dirty a bit, right? Today, again, I was watching the whatchamacallit, the Newcastle, the Blackburn Newcastle game.
Yeah.
There was at the 118th minute, maybe the 119th minute, right? Blackburn where they had they were on the attack. They just about to go past the middle line. The middle line. Sean Longstaff had to bring the Blackburn player down. He had to hold him, like literally hugged him, made sure the guy, because Blackburn player had the advantage, right? And I feel like if that guy had just slipped the attacker through, he would have had maybe the goalkeeper would have made a safe bet. Who's to know what will happen, right? But Sean Longstaff held the guy as like, yo, give me back my money.
Yeah, that was MarkN. He fell down.
Yeah, so when I saw that, I'm like, this is what Eriksen should have done on the weekend. Hug Traore and tell Traore, you go nowhere today, and take the yellow card. Our players need to be dirty. All of these trying to be a cute guy on the pitch, it's not going to work for us. They need to.
The nice boy thing certainly not
Nah,
working for us these days, guys. You know,
Mark, you
all
said
these other
something,
teams.
right?
Go ahead.
You spoke about the rotated 11, right?
Mm-hmm.
And you spoke about either one supposed to be able to beat Nottingham Forest tomorrow. But I think it's going to be a tricky game, you know, regardless of who they will field. Due to the fact that they have some injuries and they're in the relegation battle, you know, we have to remember it's the magic of the FA Cup. You know what I'm saying?
True.
So, you know, it doesn't matter who they field tomorrow. If we don't show up on that day tomorrow, regardless of who is starting, then it will be a game in which we probably might lose. You know what I'm saying? And you know, I think Manj said it where Eric Ten Hag would probably go with the strongest 11, and I think he will as well, but with a little bit of rotation at least. For some of the senior guys, if we could have them on the bench and then if anything we could bring them on, then that would be best, seeing that we have a game coming up on the weekend as well.
100%. Abs, what you saying, bro? This looking like the strong 11. So, you know, with a little bit of rotation, what are your thoughts?
My only concern, this is probably most likely that, well, actually, no, I think he's definitely going to play Maino instead of
Amrabat, yeah.
Yeah, because my only concern with these two in defensive mid is they don't have a lot of speed and they turn like buses. Nottingham Forest are quite quick on a counter attack through the middle. But other than that, I think this is the team he's going to most likely play. Actually, hold on. Who was striker? Yeah. This is definitely the team he's likely to play because Rashford up front. He will never learn his lesson on that one, so he'll keep playing him there until something clicks. I don't know when that will happen, but yeah, this is it. This is the team he's going to play. I'll be shocked if I don't see this team.
Did you guys see the Luton Man City game?
Oh, the Haaland show. Yep.
Oh my days! Like 6-2, and I'm like, geez, is this a warm-up session?
I was just happy Luton scored.
Oh my days, like
great goal
I
from
told you, Luton might lose.
Yeah.
We're gonna get a goal. Clean sheet is nine that repertoire. We're gonna score goals. It's up to you to outscore us. You have to outscore Luton because they're gonna get a goal one way or the other.
True.
like these guys are ready. Like Man City, they are ready. Kevin De Bruyne, I think he had 4 assists today.
Wait, Kevin played?
Yeah, he started the game.
This guy.
I would say Luton were very brave. They played quite a high line.
Hold on.
If you see a lot of the goals, well, I think one of the goals, maybe two of who's this? Whoever that's right, Haaland. It's like him running straight down the middle at full pace. Why would you give him that much space to run into? You know, but no, they're on fire. They really woke up. They really woke up today.
Oh my days!
And then we've got injuries upon injuries.
And they woke up. We are going to bed.
They chose violence today, man, and they complete the violence on Sunday.
I'm just gonna keep the hope alive and say Sunday won't be that bad. It won't. Worst case scenario, maybe worst case scenario, a 2-goal margin.
For me, it's all dependent on midfield. You got to set up that midfield. You got to compact that midfield for a draw. Do like how you did against Liverpool.
Compact
that midfield. This is about the frustrated. It just hit them on the counter.
Yeah,
you have to hit them on the counter. It's the only way. If you play Rashi, we cannot. Rashi against City, I don't see us winning because they're gonna expect. Oh, Rashford's gonna get the ball.
Long ball. Yeah.
You have to play Garnacho. Maybe you might have to play Omari. That's the game we have to play Omari.
Or even Ahmad. Is Ahmad pacey? It should be. Right?
Nah, he's not as pacey as Garnacho.
Yeah, or
Fosun. I know Garnacho could run.
I know Garnacho could run. I'm saying himself compared to Omari Fosun.
Ahmad is faster than Ahmad is fast for the first 15 yards. So apparently that's a thing now.
Oh,
that's a 10 hard answer right there.
First 10 yards. Okay.
I mean, I don't really agree with that. I don't think we're going to concede so many goals. I feel like
It all
That's a
depends on
bit
the midfield,
excessive.
to tell you the
I
truth.
mean, to be fair, guys, I don't think we go and lose by a major scoreline. On Saturday.
Jarvis, give me your scoreline. Then
I
if he
think
does,
it's gonna be like I think it might be a shock draw, maybe like a 2-2 draw or something like that. Because
I don't see it going past 2-goal margin.
To
2-goal
tell
margin.
you the truth, the way to set up the midfield just to set up a diamond and just compact them and hit them on the counter down the of the hit them with the counter of the wing. You have to play Garnacho and somebody else as a striker.
Brentford
You have to
reduced.
play both of them as a
Brentford
striker.
frustrated, reduced them. Brentford frustrated them up until the 70th minute when they got a goal, and the second goal Alan scored was a defensive error. The defender actually slipped, and that was how he got the second goal. So
For Saints Rock, can you get back to first 25 minutes? That's all it gets down to. Get back to first 25 minutes and you're able to play football. That's about it.
yeah, 6-1. No, nah. 6-1. Oh, nah. It won't be. See, I'm not saying trust me. I just feel in my heart that it won't be more than a 2-goal margin. That's how I see.
It's so funny that it's a game where Bruno will shine. Is that the type of game where Bruno will shine? All you need is get the ball, just Hollywood out to whoever's available. We don't need to.
If Bruno plays that is.
No.
He will
That's not
play.
a game
It's
Bruno
just
will
one
shine.
game.
That's the game where everyone will absolutely be calling out his name to be sold.
Just saying it right now. Have you seen the
ball
timeline?
for 30 minutes, we give it to Bruno, he knocks it off long into the sky, and you think we're gonna like it? No.
Oh, you listen. This is one pill you have to swallow. You will love it. You will love
There
it.
you go.
Get that ball and just kick it counter. You cannot play the way the manager wants to play. Would never work against City, because what he wants to do is never work against City, not work against lower league team. So what makes you think we're gonna work against a Premier League winning team? Don't try it. Don't try it. Just kick it out. Kick it out. Kick it out. Just get the ball. Look for Garnacho. Kick it to where you think Garnacho is.
I am just like Yali. I praying for a shock win. I don't care how dirty it is.
And we pray our Ford have their shooting boots. Like,
bro,
compact the midfield,
listen,
long ball all day. Only Pro Max.
Only Pro Max. Don't worry about it. Last season, I remember Ten Hag Pro Max 2-1 at home. Beat City.
We are away.
Yeah, we lose the first game.
Away, man.
No, away was 6-3 last season, right? 6-3.
But this is the problem.
6-3 first set.
This season, we flip the script now. We lose at home, but we go and win our way this season.
Okay, but you remember what happened last season when we got that first goal, and that was the reason why referee has been deciding to mess with us all season.
You see that Rodri goal that they give us, they concede that Rodri goal cost us to lose the game, because that Rodri goal, bro. I could never believe
listen, what happened was earlier in the season,
like he flop. And they don't get Haaland penalties. They didn't give Garnacho a penalty when Udogie was trying to wind up and grind up on him like if it's carnival.
Earlier in the season, Man City very well, and the manager lost us the game by taking off Amrabat that was tracking down who was fooling us around with the ball. Amrabat got a yellow card. The manager got scared. He took him off, and Man City dominated.
Yeah, well, if you're
this
watching
time,
Amrabat
you just have to play Amrabat and
take him off too, bro.
But we'll wait, and hopefully there's no injury versus Nottingham Forest, and hope that our players that are injured come back so we can know like what we're doing for the next game.
See, if we can go to Liverpool and get a draw, right? Exactly. I'm not lowering standards here. I'm just saying if we can go there and got a barren draw, a 0-0, right? I still feel like we could get something off this game. And remember, what's his name? Martinez wasn't playing in that game, as well as Casemiro. They didn't play in that game. So
no Bruno neither.
No Bruno. So I feel like if we could get a result there, there's nothing stopping us from actually getting a result in this game.
You know what? So, we compacted that midfield. It all depends on that midfield. To tell you
I know. It's got to be the midfield, because if we do any stupidness in there, and it's game over, it's like forget about it.
That comment of Ten Hag has a plan. You must be on something tonight.
No, but what if he has a plan that we don't know about?
Listen, all I say is, guys, I understand the PTSD.
Here's a diet plan.
7-0
you know what I'm saying?
To Liverpool, right? But we went to Liverpool, we got 0-0 this season. We still have to play Liverpool one more.
Can I ask you guys a question?
What's that?
I want to ask you two questions, right? What is your genuine prediction or what is your reckless prediction for Sunday?
All right, my genuine prediction for Sunday is that we're probably gonna draw or lose 2-1. I don't think it's gonna be a big score. My reckless prediction is we go snatch and grab a win, probably score 3-4 goals. Hoyland will come off the bench, come off and play the last 45 fit and smash and grab.
Okay.
Hold on, what match is this?
Sunday.
I'm not ready for that. Let me
What's his name? Superfly, I get you, right? I remember who's in goal. Did you forget who was in goal when we played Liverpool?
Exactly.
Who was in goal?
And Salah was in red hot form, I would remind everyone.
It's all about what Omoy just said. As long as you do your due diligence in the midfield, right? Bro, don't see. I'm not saying don't go play for a win, because that's a very stupid mentality, right? Go set your team up to get a result. That's all I'm saying. Set your team up to get a result. Now, Mind was asking Reckless. Reckless scoreline should be maybe a 4-1 City. Then my real, in my heart of hearts, I feel like maybe a 2-1 City. It won't be that bad.
Yeah.
Okay. Let me throw mine in.
I could probably see 2-0 City.
Yeah.
I could see us suffocate them in the first half, and second half the form might drop off. Or one sub, it will ruin everything pretty much. Or maybe 1-0. It depends. Like first half pretty much decides how the match goes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I'm thinking 3-1 City realistic scoreline.
Yeah.
2-1 United reckless.
Reckless.
That's a good shout. Keyshawn, I ain't hear from you in a while, bro. What's good?
You know, I look at this City team. It's a team that's filled with the goals, and you know, it's Pep. He'll be looking up for this. He'll be looking forward to this game. Erling Haaland wants a point to prove in terms of scoring back in the Premier League. I think City will beat us probably. I got 3-0. If Ten Hag can set up the team at least compact, then maybe 3-4-0. On another day, I think we could beat them. Probably a 2-1.
Didn't Liverpool? Didn't Chelsea draw these people?
Yeah. Chelsea drew them. It was I think Brentford beat them this season already. Aston Villa did one.
You know, the funny thing with these teams.
No, they beat Brentford.
Let me tell you the
No, the first leg.
And these teams.
No, last season.
Oh, okay.
When you look at
Chelsea,
and
Chelsea
these teams,
have
right?
a weird record against the top sides, though.
Yeah.
If you look
It's
at
a bit
Chelsea,
like Tottenham against City. It's very weird.
Yeah.
If you look at Chelsea and Spurs and some of these teams, you know what these teams have over United at this moment in time. They have a fighting spirit. For as bad as Chelsea is this season, when they face Man City and some of these big teams, they show a fighting spirit, and you can at least see it with United against the larger oppositions. I mean, Liverpool, we got a draw. We drew there.
We beat Villa twice.
But I think those teams have a bit more fighting spirit than us. They will get stuck in. You know what I'm saying? On the day, United, I haven't seen us get stuck in a long while.
Yeah. We beat Villa
Also, you
twice
gotta
this season.
remember,
We did
Man
the
City
double
will
over
turn
Villa
up
this season,
against
guys.
Man City will turn up against us.
Oh, yes, they're ready.
Of course, they love to do it.
Okay. Well, let's look at the Forest game. What's your score prediction, guys? Jarvis, I hear you though. I hear you about it's Ten Hag we're talking about. I hear you, bro, Jarvis. But I'm just trying to keep. I don't want to go into like you. Mark knows me. I don't go into any game trying to think of the worst, right? I still feel like United can go there and if the manager sets his team up like what we all been saying, right? There's a possibility we could get. Because apart from myself, they actually say 2-1 City and 4-0 reckless City, right? I think most of you guys said you on a good day United could actually get a win or a draw there, right? So I feel like football is not all about it's not an absolute in football. You could just come on and City. You'll be wondering what City are actually playing. You'll be like, is this the City team or luck could just be on our side? We get the early goal, maybe Marcus Rashford gets an early goal. And we just, for some reason, defend as if the world wants to end that day, and it's a 1-0 win for United, and that's it.
Yeah.
So anything can happen, but knowing Ten Hag, like we've all said, that's why we're just trying to hold on to something to just be hopeful. That's it.
All right. So final score prediction, guys, before we close the stream. Big up to everyone joining us. But let's get these final score predictions in the chat, guys, and let's get each one score predictions. Keyshawn, what your thoughts is? Score prediction.
2-0
tomorrow night.
2-0.
2-0 United?
Yeah.
Cool. You didn't say that with enough chest though, bro. Just saying. Abs, what we saying here for tomorrow?
I'm not gonna lie, I like that scoreline. I'm going 2-1 as well.
United?
Because
Cool.
knowing our luck, we'll keep going in this cup competition and lose more players.
Probably. Olmo, what are we saying about this competition tomorrow?
2-0.
2-0 United. Drex?
Yes, 2-0 clean sheet.
I'm gonna go 3-1 United tomorrow. 3-1.
That sounds fair.
I feel like we're gonna score first, and they would get peg us back. Then the game would open up, and we would get 2 goals.
Yeah.
Well, Manj, what are we saying, bro? What are you thinking about tomorrow?
I thought about it, and I'm going to say 1-1 United on penalties.
Right,
Ooh,
that
that's-
sounds like a
that's
fair one.
That's
I
a
see
fair one as well, man.
Buck saying something kind of similar to that. Keep a clean sheet, get a 1-0 win. He hope we'll be compact tomorrow. Kenny Fan TV saying a 2-1 Forest, unfortunately, but he's hoping for the best. Imran Khan at least is more positive. He's saying 2-1 Man United.
Superfly.
For me,
Superfly. You skip Superfly?
Well, Scoop talking about a City result. We still have to do that game.
No. I think he's talking about the City result. Oh, okay. Oh, that was your City result. Okay.
City result. So we'll do the match preview. We'll do that match preview this week, guys. If you guys have time, maybe on Friday or Saturday, we'll do a City preview. I will send you links.
Oh yeah, I see
If you
what
guys have
Javis
the
is
time,
doing.
it'll probably be around the same time as today. If you guys are available, would be my pleasure to have you here again. Thank you for all taking the time to come and join me live on stream tonight. We talked about a lot of things. We reacted to the manager's press conference, and we all gave our score predictions. And we came up to the consensus that this will probably be the starting 11 for tomorrow's game. He will go strong, knowing Erik ten Hag. Bruno is a doubt, as well as Varane, and Maguire as well. So it's one of those things where this might be the rotations with some key starters starting. I see Yali's coming in with a 2-0 win. Forest, bruv, that's a disgrace. I think, in all fairness, Forest, have beaten us this season, and, we need to show some kind of confidence in our gameplay. I'm hoping that we will come out tomorrow and probably win that game 3-1. I think it's probably a shock to everyone that I would say we're going to score 3 goals tomorrow. But you know what, guys? I feel like, some of those young players, maybe a Garnacho might come up big. He's been scoring some big goals in some odd games and odd moments, and you know what? Had to back the team. I don't think it will be a strong Nottingham Forest. I think they will always be distracted on what's coming for the weekend, regardless of which team they field tomorrow. DJ Superfly, 3-1 Man United, bro. I feel like it was just
he's saying 3-1 Forest. He said 3-1 Forest.
Yeah, 3-1 to Forest. He got,
I feel like Ahmad will get, if Ahmad starts tomorrow, I feel like Ahmad is gonna get an assist. And like you said, now Forest might test the water by starting maybe the kids and see how the first half ends, right? Or might even decide to start the senior players, see how the first half go, and maybe start bringing the kids in. But whichever way, I just want us to just get the win.
Do you know 100%. What? I just realized something. I just sat here for the whole thing, doing wishful thinking and thinking Ahmad's going to start when Anthony's available.
Mm-hmm.
No, but he said Ahmad is going to start
tomorrow.
Man, I don't believe him.
Manager lies, man. He's a politician.
Man, I don't believe him.
He lies more than me.
Child, bruv. Nah.
No, but when you guys say Anthony is his love child, right? Anthony hasn't really been playing. Like, this is 4 games now Anthony haven't started.
He has no choice.
He hasn't started in a while.
Hey guys, man, you know what I call him? I call the manager Eric 10 Lies.
But let's dip it down for real. Because he said, I think it was last week, the press conference before the Fulham game, he said something about, was it the embargo session? Anthony needs to up his performance, right? So he could get back into the team. So I feel like the manager is not going to be doing any favoritism to Anthony and doing any favors to Anthony by just sticking him into the team like that.
I was
I
gonna
feel
up
like,
his performance when it came on the 99th minute. Like, okay.
no, I think he's just maybe just
In
to
training.
get him ready. I don't know what he was hoping to do because the game was done.
No, it was his birthday, bro. So you just bring him on for him to, just clap to the fans for his birthday.
Okay. Except that, but I thought maybe.
What is that?
You could do it after the match. Hi, bye. You know what I mean?
No, it's a difference. He on the field, he walk off. It's good to get a little to get a match day salary for your birthday as well. You know what I mean? Whether it's a minute or not, is
Do you know why I'm thinking this, right? I know Ahmad's been.
We'll be here.
Yeah, I know Ahmad's been injured, right? But I looked at, obviously, Mark, you know this because I was arguing in the group chat.
Yeah.
But 46 minutes he's played this season. And we've just sat here and thought he's going to start again.
Well, I mean, I'm going on all the reports.
No, that's the reason why. That's the reason why we are talking about it. The manager actually said he was going to start, and the last time he said someone was going to start was the Fosun, and Fosun started, right? So that's why a lot of us are actually thinking. That's why a lot of us are holding on to the fact that he said that, so we might just see him tomorrow. But
I don't think he does. I think Anthony starts.
You guys have pulled me into the believing him for tomorrow. But if I don't see Ahmad, I'm never believing him again.
Can I ask you guys a quick question?
I'm never
One quick
believing him
question.
again.
Yeah.
How many of you guys are Ten Hag in?
Oof.
Because I'm not.
I'm Ten Hag 50-50.
Fairs.
I mean, for me, I just looking at it from this perspective, right? I know guys might be mad, but I just looking at it like this. If I look at the squad realistically, I don't think we have a squad that is fit to actually, not have a drop off regardless of who comes in right now. I feel like the manager still needs another year or time and maybe 5 more signings. Now, regardless if the signings is like the average price is 20 million or not, I think we need somebody who will come in the club and fight for their position. Whether it is the top tier of young talent coming in, or the average player that probably go and give you a 7 out of 10 each game. I feel like we need to introduce some players into the squad, because this squad largely is the squad that from 2 years ago we know was gonna do the same thing, like walk during games and stuff in a manager's second season. So I feel like with the fact that he's gonna get some structure around him, this is what he was doing all this time and being successful at Ajax with. I don't think it's something he would be opposed to. I feel like he will welcome it. And I feel like that energy that he will have that will be him welcoming the structure will bode well with the owners and those in the structure around him. And, would probably make a big change this summer. Like, I'm looking forward and hoping with my fingers crossed and my toes that Greenwood is brought back into the squad, because I feel like no matter what anyone says, we sorely miss that youngster in the starting lineup. Sorely.
My take is, okay, this thing I'm gonna say, if it was the Glazers, if there was no Sir Jim in the picture, I would say Eric Ten Hag should not, the Glazers sacking him, he should just go, because like I've always said, the Glazers, they don't deserve to sack any manager. They don't know anything, so they don't have the rights to sack any manager. That's on the one side. Now, why I'm Eric Ten Hag in is the fact that, Mark just touched on it. At Ajax, he had structure. He had people that knew what they were doing behind him, right? I know people will say it's an excuse I'm giving for him, but I just want to see what he can do in this last season, because he's got a 3-year contract. Let the man run out his contract. Give him that same structure that he in his mind he thinks he had from Ajax, and let's see what he can do, because you can't just drop an axe on him right now, because we know how incompetent the Glazers have been with the people they've hired, right? So I'm saying now Sir Jim has come in. We see what Sir Jim is trying to do, and most of us are like, okay, this is what we've been crying out for. Get it in place, and let's see this manager walk in. If he can't really cut it out with structure, then he doesn't have an excuse. That's my take. But most people might not have the patience. But I'm saying, give him something so that you've given him everything, right? So if he's not delivering, then there's no excuse for him. Like, there's really no excuse. So that's that it wouldn't hurt. I know it's going to hurt a lot of fans to say what I want to say. I'm going to say it wouldn't hurt us to actually allow him run his contract down, because if he doesn't perform or doesn't deliver, then contract comes to an end. We don't pay him anything. We don't renew the contract. Ineos gets their man. But if you want to sack him now, I'm not saying the money is I'm not thinking about the finances, but I'm just saying logically, the money you have to look for money to like compensate him, right? Maybe 10, 50 million. That should be something that you put into a player, right? So I'm still saying, on the long run, looking at everything, it wouldn't hurt to actually see him go into the last year of his contract. If by December is not doing the thing that you want him to do, there's no result to show for what you think he can do, then you let him know that, yo, bro, man, you have to sit up or else you're gone by the end of the year.
No, I see that. So my thinking with Ten Hag, and I've been saying this for quite a while, is I feel sorry for him because a lot of players in this squad have been failures on at least two other managers, right? So I said a reckless thought on a KG show last month, and I've repeated it last week as well. I said I will give Ten Hag all the chances he can have until majority of those players are gone. So that even goes down to Dalot, who's playing well now. Yes, I know, but he can go too. Maguire, Rashford, Bruno. I want all these guys, all these losers out, right? And that's why I call them, because they always flatter to deceive. And then Ten Hag has his team, whether it's youngsters, whether it's mixed, whichever way he gets it. And then I can really, truly judge him. I think a lot of managers that we've had recently are always working on someone else's leftovers with a bit of an addition, and then we're expecting them to work wonders. And I think the same players have shown themselves time and time again. How much? What else new can I get from Rashford?
True.
What else new can I get from McTominay?
True.
What else new am I going to get from Maguire? I know he's on top form right now, but
Man,
nothing changes.
yo, Abs, you're actually speaking stuff, man. Guys, I would have to say I have to run along, right? I'll catch you guys some other time. Big up yourself. Nice to meet. I think this is the first time I'm meeting Abs, and I think I met Kishon before. Yeah, big up yourself, Abs. Nice chatting with you guys. Omo, take it easy.
I have my mop ready. I'm ETH ready. I'm ETH out.
And Amo, you was gonna go?
Oh, how's ETH out? You see this? I'm ETH out like the midfield he has abandoned. I'm ETH out like the midfield he has abandoned. If he abandoned this midfield, I'm ETH out. This is why I'm ETH out. Not because of player, because he abandoned and did not respect the midfield. This is why I'm ETH out. Football reason only. Don't tell me about no players. Football reason only. Do not abandon the midfield. Is why I'm ETH out. Other managers learn. This man, he learned in his first season, second season, decided, you know what? I'm abandon the midfield, and we get punished. He better fix this. I'm ETH out until he fix this.
To add to that, this is the first manager I've seen where he's kind of giving me mixed feelings, because on one hand I'm looking at it like, we don't have a proper structure, and Brailsford and these guys are talking about implementing one, and then on the other hand I'm looking at Ten Hag and his tactics and just some questionable stuff he said throughout the season. I'm like, Ten Hag, you're not convincing me. You know what I'm saying? At the start of the season, the Wolves game and the Brighton game, etc., he basically said that the midfield was not a problem. And as fans, oftentimes I think that Ten Hag takes us for an idiot, So when I look at some of these things and the things he says after games, I'm like, Ten Hag, listen, you need to help yourself. You need to sound more convincing. But then he's not. The tactics aren't being deployed correctly, and I'm like, okay, that's your fault on one hand. And then I'm looking at it and saying, you know what, some of these players aren't good. So at this moment in time, whatever Brailsford and these guys want, then I'll just rock with it. If they keep him, I'll be like, okay, last year of his contract, fine. If they want to move him on, fine. You know what I'm saying?
100% Munch.
Yo.
I mean, what are you saying? Because we're about to close the show. Final thoughts. Let me know what you're saying, bro.
Final thoughts. It's going to be a roller coaster week. Get your seatbelts on. We move. Big up.
Big up to all of you guys. Thanks for coming in and joining me tonight. Thank you so much, Abs, end to end. Big up to you, Keyshawn, for coming in. Manj, homie, you know what it is. Omo, big up to you. I know you're Ten Hag out, and I think Jarvis is directing this question to you because we know you're Ange ball, bro, because you would take Ange in a heartbeat.
I will not take him.
You would not take him? That's surprising.
No.
Pretty sure some people on the panel might
I
have
like what
their
he do
views.
there, but don't do that over here.
Yeah, for real.
I would love it from afar.
Stay there. It's like what it is. It's like Jose. Yeah, he's box office, but don't do that over here.
100%.
Exactly.
Agreed.
100%. Guys, thank you everyone for joining me. Big up to you, Yali Monmean. Big up to you, Jarvis Cocker, DJ Superfly, R10, Imran Khan coming in. Big up to Kenny Fan TV and all the guys, D-Hub Sports as well. Thank you guys for joining us. It's been our views on the manager's full and uncut press conference as well as the game leading up to tomorrow as we face Nottingham Forest at the City Ground. Guys, we will be back for the match reaction. I don't know if I could get this esteemed panel together again tomorrow, but hopefully I will be able to do it for the weekend to do the match preview against Manchester City. Guys, hope you all have a good night, good morning, and good day wherever you are in the world as a Manchester United fan.